Hey Brendon, I love you. I'm gonna read a little bit of New Moon for you. It seemed too coincidental that I should be in Port Angeles with Jessica, on a dark street even. My eyes focused on the short one, trying to match the features to my memory of the man who had threatened me that night, almost a year ago. I wondered if there was any way I would recognize the man, if it was really him. That particular part of that particular evening was just a blur. My body remembered it better than my mind did. The tension in my legs as I tried to decide whether to run or to stand my ground. The dryness in my throat as I struggled to build a decent scream. The tight stretch of skin across my knuckles as I clenched my hands into fists. The chills on the back of my neck when the dark-haired man called me sugar. There was an indefinite, implied kind of menace to these men that had nothing to do with that other night. It sprung from the fact that they were strangers, and it was dark here, and they outnumbered us. Nothing more specific than that. But it was enough that Jessica's voice cracked in panic as she called after me. "Bella, come on!" I ignored her, walking slowly forward, without ever making the conscious decision to move my feet. I didn't understand why, but the nebulous threat the men presented drew me toward them. It was a senseless impulse, but I hadn't felt any kind of impulse in so long. I followed it. Something unfamiliar beat through my veins. Adrenaline, I realized, long absent from my system, drumming my pulse faster and fighting against the lack of sensation. It was strange. Why the adrenaline when there was no fear? It was almost as if it were an echo of the last time I'd stood like this, on a dark street in Port Angeles with strangers. I saw no reason for fear. I couldn't imagine anything in the world that there was left to be afraid of. Not physically, at least. One of the few advantages of losing everything. I was halfway across the street when Jess caught up to me and grabbed my arm. "Bella, you can't go in a bar," she hissed. "I'm not going in," I said absently, shaking her hand off. "I just want to see something." "Are you crazy?" she whispered. "Are you suicidal?" The question caught my attention, and my eyes focused on her. "No, I'm not." My voice sounded defensive, but it was true. I wasn't suicidal. Even in the beginning, when death would have unquestionably been a relief, I didn't consider it. I owed too much to Charlie. I felt too responsible for Renee. I had to think of them. I love you, Brendon. Please be safe. I love you.